Okay, so the two more things I want to introduce that are a little advanced, but we're going to get into them probably within the first month here. And the first is the idea of a function. So you can create custom functions, and we will be needing to do this with Earth Engine. So a function can be defined as a way to reuse code and make it easier to read. So here I'm creating a variable called I love function. And it's going to be, this variable is going to contain a function that takes some string. Um, and then the curly brackets here are the kind of the definition of the function. And this one's pretty simple. It's going to take some string and then it's going to return this kind of new string, which is a concatenation of I love space plus some string plus exclamation point. And so then here I'm kind of implementing or executing the function by saying print I love function parentheses maps. So basically, here's the function and I'm passing this argument to it. And when I run it, it's going to say I love maps. And so um, you can change this to anything you want, like say geography, and hit run. And now you're going to say I love geography. Um, but that's the basic idea, is that we've created a function here that takes an argument, and I'm executing the function here and printing it to the console. And this is the argument that I'm passing to it. And this function is set up so that whatever argument you take, it's going to stick I love space an exclamation point at the end of it. Um, the last thing I want to show, which is somewhat related, is the idea of a module. So modules can be used to share functions across multiple scripts by this kind of two-step process. So we're going to use this. Often I'm going to kind of write some functions for you so that you don't have to go too deep into some of the more gnarly coding problems for working with Earth Engine, unless you want to. But basically, the first step is you're going to store the module as a variable. So here I'm saying, please make this container called tool, and in that container, put this module. So what this is basically a script. It's called tiso.js that I've written and put in my modules folder on my EE Primer repository. And by saying require this, you're basically getting access to some of the functions that I've written in this script. And then what you can do is you can call some of the functions that are in the module as methods of this variable using this dot notation. So you're going to say just tool dot draw tiso parentheses, and that's going to execute the draw tiso function that's in this module, and it doesn't take any arguments. But if you hit run right now, what you should get is this new map that's drawn where you get scaled back, and you have two layers, the TSOS indicatrix and the graticule. And so I'll talk about this in a second, but that's just the basic idea of you can write functions, and then if you store functions in a module, you can allow other people to kind of use the functions without having to kind of see or deal with the code itself. And so that can be kind of handy. I'm going to hit save, and then we'll just do one more video in this series. Save, please. Waiting for that asterisk to go away. And eventually it should be okay. It's thinking about it, and then it's done. Okay.